Tricky Harway here, talent agent, life coach, motivational speaker. Before I hop into GM mode today, I gotta make a request. I need everybody to hop out of my DMs asking about the That Harway Guy podcast. It will return, but right now, we're playing GM mode, baby. We finished Unforgiven last episode. We had some big things go down. Here's my current list of champions. We had Undertaker win the championship in a triple threat from Randy Orton and Big Show, who are in a hot feud. Ed and Christian finally fulfilling their destinies in this GM mode season and winning the tag team championships. Hot upper mid-card workhorse Shelton Benjamin, Intercontinental Champion. Women's champ Tori Wilson. Now, here's the plan for this episode. As I said, we just finished Unforgiven. We're going to do this week's Raw, next week's Raw, all the way up till... Where's Taboo Tuesday? Taboo Tuesday. We're going to go at least up until Taboo Tuesday today, so that's about 6 weeks or so of gameplay. We might get all the way up to Survivor Series in San Jose, California. Is that a guarantee? Well, does a bear shit in the woods? Maybe, but maybe not. So let's go. We're going to jump right into things here and start booking our episode of Raw. So, what rivalries do we have going? We got 7 rivalries going. 7 rivalries. Okay. Booker Shelton, Edge Davari, Christian Orlando Jordan, Big Show Randy. That's our hot feud. We're going to keep that going. Trish and Tori, Stacy Batista, Doug Basham, and Paul London. Undertaker is not currently in a feud. And before I go any further booking this week, we're going to go back into our fan support graph here, because I want to illustrate what a killer job I'm doing in this GM mode here. Check that out. I am up by almost 1 million fans. And if you're new to this series, A, go watch all the other previous episodes, or don't, do whatever you want. And B, or 2, the whole point of this is to try to win GM mode, which I have never done before. But this time, it looks like I finally picked up all the tips and tricks necessary to do so. So, looking back at our rivalries here. I'm going to continue this as a tag feud for sure. I'll continue Basham and Paul London. Undertaker needs a rival for the WWE Championship. That's our problem. And right now, the other 2 main eventers... Actually, John Cena's not in the feud, so maybe we throw Cena and Undertaker in a feud again. But they've been feuding this whole darn time. I feel like every other episode of this, John Cena and The Undertaker are put in a feud again. Because that's what you have to do to appease the algorithm in this game. We're going to end Stacy and Batista, good as it's doing. And in our main event, we're going to have Batista, Undertaker, get that feud going. WWE Championship feud. There we go. We need... Is Cena out? Who's injured? I know Flair is injured. No, Cena's here, right? How come Cena's not in a feud? Because I just split up Undertaker and Cena before the pay-per-view. That's right. Undertaker, Batista. You know what? We're going to, I think, reset a bunch of our main event rivalries. We'll end Big Show and Orton now. We'll get Big Show and Cena going. I'm going to do a little reset there. Big Show, Cena. There we go. Orton needs a feud now. Yeah, because we're putting Big Show with Cena, so Orton needs a feud. Who are we going to put Orton with? You know what? We're going to put Orton with Trish Stratus. There's a feud. Singles match, rather, to kick off a feud. Trish Stratus, Randy Orton. I don't even know what to... I don't even need to look, I should say, because I know what I'm doing next. That's Stacy, and that's Tori. We're going to get that as a women's championship feud going. Stacy's been feuding with men for so long now, she hasn't had a women's championship match, so we're going to make sure we get her in there. Who's left? We got a bunch of people left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys left. So here's what we're going to do. Our opening match... No. Our match number 2 is going to be a tag versus tag with manager. It's going to be Edge and Christian, new tag champs, finally, versus Davari and Orlando Jordan, former tag champs, with their new manager, Mark Jindrak, tag title rematch. That leaves us with 6 guys. Paul London is very upset because he hasn't won a match in quite some time. So we're putting these 6 guys in a 6-man tag in our opening match. And it's going to be a hardcore 6-man tag. Paul London, you got one chance. Actually, no, it's going to be a triple threat tornado tag. No, it's not. It's going to be a 6-man hardcore tag. Hardcore, tornado 6-man. Tajiri and William Regal. Where's Regal? He's on the other side. So we'll reset this just so we could get Regal here. Regal and Tajiri have been on a bit of a winning streak lately. So we're going to team them up with Paul London. Hopefully Paul London could pick up a win. On the other side, we'll have Shelton. We'll have Booker, who I believe are in a feud, so we'll keep that going. And we'll have Doug Basham, who's in a feud with Paul London, so we'll keep that going. And you know what? Are Regal and Tajiri involved in a feud right now? I'm not seeing them anywhere here. So we're going to use one of our promo slots to start a rivalry with William Regal and Tajiri, even though they're tag partners. We're going to do an advertising promo, because I know we have a couple guys that want to be paid more. We'll keep it nice and simple this week. There's our show. Let's roll. Oh, Paul London cannot pick up that win still. I might lose him soon. Daivari and Jordan win the tag titles right back from Edge and Christian. Their partnership with Mark Jindrak is really paying dividends. Tori Wilson retains her women's championship, Stacy's first title opportunity in months, and she blows it. Trish Stratus with a victory over Randy Orton. Trish Stratus, one of our hottest superstars on the brand. John Cena defeats The Big Show. Undertaker retains that WWE Championship versus Batista. Chris Jericho won the World Heavyweight Championship over on SmackDown. Big hoot. We didn't win by too much this week. Only 10,000 fans on our side. Mark Jindrak's contract is expiring. That's a good reminder to check it out. Let's check our email here. Mark Jindrak is the only contract expiring. JR wants me to interfere with the other show. I spoke about a trade last time, and I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. Who am I going to trade? I'm telling you what, I'm giving away Paul London. He's not winning. He's going to flake to the other brand soon because he's so unsatisfied. We're just going to get rid of him, send him over to SmackDown. His popularity is at a 51. So I need to take someone from them who is a lower popularity than 51. So they feel like they're getting a deal here. So the highest I could take that's below 51 is Muhammad Hassan. I could also take Heidenreich, Rene Dupree, any of these guys pretty much. I could take Danny Basham. I'm just going to take Muhammad Hassan. I want the highest possible popularity guy I could get. Let's fire that trade and see if they'll do it. The trade has been accepted. I promised to trade this episode, or I kind of alluded to the fact that it's possible a trade would happen, and I am nothing if not a man of my word. Trade has been accepted. Paul London is gone. Muhammad Hassan is here. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see how the show last week was. Alright, not perfectly built, but a pretty good show nonetheless. We got some rivalry resets that happened, so I'm going to use this week as a week to make sure that all of my guys are involved in rivalries. Injury return promo. Ric Flair's coming back soon. We're going to fire a promo for him. We're going to do an advertising promo to get some more money in. And before I continue booking the show, I'm going to go take care of those contracts before I forget. Mark Jindrak needs a new contract. We'll put him on for 3 months. We'll keep using him as a manager for now. Booker T is one of my big guys. I need him. I want to do 6 months, but that's a lot of money, so I'll do 3. Who else do we have here? We got a lot of contracts coming up in the next couple weeks. Christian, we'll do 5 weeks for now. I want to do more, but just to be able to do as many contracts as possible. Doug Basham, we'll give him 3 months. Daivari, really coming up. We're going to give him 3 months. Orlando Jordan, we'll do 3 months as well. And who else? Ric Flair, we'll do, for now, just 5 weeks. We'll give him a little return from injury trial period. Alright. Alright, we're not bad on contracts. Let's keep rolling here. So, I'm not changing this promo. I'm just using it as a screen to go in and look at my rivalries. You're well familiar with my life hacks by now. Taker Batista is going to continue. Cena and Big Show is going to continue. Orton and Trish is going to continue. I might scrap Booker and Shelton, just because I feel like it's going to turn sour soon. I might scrap this tag feud, because the mid-card feuds, which both of these tag feuds tend to go sour a little quicker. I have Regal and Tajiri, so I'll keep them as a tag. Okay, Here's what I'm going to do here. I see the vision. Match 1, singles, manager with manager. We're going to do Davari versus... No, let's see here. Let me look through my guys. Give me just a moment. We're going to do Davari versus Muhammad Hassan. Davari will be managed by Tajiri. Muhammad Hassan will be managed by William Regal. The goal here is we're going to get a feud going with Hassan and Davari. And we're going to continue the feud with Regal and Tajiri. And then that way I have 2 of my tag teams, Davari and the newly signed Muhammad Hassan, and Tajiri and William Regal in feuds. That way I could have tag team matches with whoever I want. And since the partners are the ones in the feuds, the game will continue the rivalries and give me the boost because the technically rivals are teaming up together. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to get that rivalry going there. Taker Batista is going to continue. Booker Shelton, we're going to, I think, give a big payoff this week. We're going to have the big final match this week. Can they do a gimmick match? They probably shouldn't, just looking at Shelton alone. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen. We'll do a singles. Semi-main is going to be a singles. Booker, Shelton, regular singles, or is Booker. Intercontinental Championship. After this, we're going to break them up. We're going to say whoever the winner of this feud is going to feud with Orlando Jordan next. That's what we're going to say. He's really been on the come up. Now he's a singles guy because his partner Davari has now got his usual partner Muhammad Hassan around. So that's what we're going to do. Main event, we're going to do singles again. Undertaker, Batista, nice and easy. Keep it simple. Batista, Undertaker. WWE Championship, why not? What other rivalries do we have going? Edge Davari is ending. Christian and Orlando is ending. Let's get an Edge and Christian rivalry going. Similar logic to our other tag teams. Christian, Edge. Get a rivalry going there. I only have these middle 2 matches left, and I believe I still have quite a number of guys to get on the show. Okay. I gotta get Trish and Tori in there. Trish and Orton are feuding. Big Show and Cena are feuding. Tori and Stacy are feuding. Mark Jindrak will continue to be a manager, so he won't be feuding. Who can we put Mark Jindrak with this week? What rivalries again do I have going? Okay. I'm getting a little confused and overwhelmed with all the information here, but we're doing our best. We're doing our absolute best. We're going to do a 6-man in match 3. A 6-man tag once again. 6-man tornado tag, as a matter of fact. We're going to put everyone in there except Orton and Trish. Because Trish can't be in 6-man tag matches because she's a woman. And women are so, tragically I will add, limited in this game. I actually don't think I have the manpower for that. I have 5 guys left over if I don't use Orton and Trish. So I'm going to do a handicap match here. We're going to do a handicap tag on trio. It's going to be Big Show and John Cena, rivals, teaming up against Orlando Jordan, Doug Basham, and Mark Jindrak. This is the equivalent of when John Cena and I think Randy Orton wrestled the entire Raw roster. That's what we're doing here. And then here, we're going to do singles again this week. Trish, Randy. Keep that going. We still have a couple guys we need to get in feuds. We'll take care of that next week as we get these tag guys in feuds and can start putting them into multi-man matches. Yeah, let's do it. I might lose some fans this week. I don't feel great about this card. Muhammad Hassan, big debut, beats his to-be tag team partner and proves he belongs. Christian with the win over Edge. Big Show and Cena, they beat the whole roster. They did it, gosh darn it. Randy Orton gets his win back over Trish. They're 1-1 now in their feud. Booker T, He is the Intercontinental Champion. We're going to end this feud now, and Undertaker once again retains the WWE Championship. Blockbuster trade, that's right. SmackDown got some fans this week. Not a huge deal. We can afford it. Ric Flair's coming back, baby. Ric Flair's coming back, baby. Big stuff. No emails. Let's see if anyone is terribly unhappy here. Am I at risk of losing anyone? Cena's the closest. He wants a title shot. Batista wants a contract. Orton wants a contract. Taker wants a contract. Ugh. We're going to let those ride a little bit. Partially just because I've never let this particular complaint get to the point where they're upset or furious, and I want to see what the comments say when they get really tight. So I'm going to let those ride out a little bit. Is Flair ready to come back yet? If I sort by injured here, I only got one more week till Flair's back. That's good stuff. How was last week's show? Good build. Good build. Pretty good build. Let's hop into this week here. Do I have all the rivalries I wanted? Taker Batista, got it. Booker and Shelton, got it. We're going to end it now. We got 1 tag, 2 tags, 3 tags, all in feuds with each other. Great. Trish and Randy's going to keep going. Big Show Cena's going to keep going. We're going to get Booker going with Orlando. We'll probably put Shelton with the returning Ric Flair. And who else needs to be in a rivalry? Maybe Doug Basham and Mark Jindrak? We can get a real undercard feud going. Well, let's build the pay-per-view first. Let's do a tag main event. That way we can get some more undercard guys in singles matches to get feuds going. We'll do a tornado tag main event. It will be Batista and it will be Undertaker. We're going to have rivals team up against Trish Stratus, Randy Orton. Rivals are teaming up this week. Everything is topsy-turvy in Ricky Harway's GM mode. Semi-main will be singles. Let's backtrack on that. Who can be in gimmick matches this week? Let's sort by inactive here. Cena can do one. His rival Big Show is not in great shape, but he can kind of do one. So we'll do a tables match, which is the lowest stake, I believe, at least, of the gimmick matches. Maybe they shouldn't be in it. Their fatigue is a little, or Big Show's fatigue at least, is a little bit high. But you know what? We're doing it anyway. Big Show Cena, semi-main. Tornado tag main. Who else? What other rivalries have to be represented? Shelton and Booker is splitting up. So let's start this new feud now with Booker, our Intercontinental Champ, and Orlando Jordan, who we're giving a little bit of a singles push here because he's really climbed the ranks. Booker, Orlando, Intercontinental Championship. Shelton, we're probably going to put with Flair when Flair is back. So we're not counting Shelton for now. Edge Christian we got. Regal Tajiri we got. And Muhammad Hassan Davari we got. That's all really good stuff. So we're going to use them probably in match 2. Match 3 here, we're going to do a submission main event match. Obviously, Ultimate Submission 1 hour between Tori and Stacy. This rivalry is heating up quite a bit. Ultimate Submission. Boom, bada bing. We'll do here. Let me check some more fatigues, actually. How's my tag division doing fatigue-wise? Regal and Tajiri are good. Ed and Christian are okay. Davari and Hassan are okay. So, could we do maybe a ladder match? Or could we do a table? No, you can't do it. I want to do a 2-on-2-on-2. Triple threat tag. Oh, no, you can do it. Boom, there it is. So, Muhammad Hassan and Davari. Christian and Edge. William Regal. Tajiri. Exciting little tag division we're building there. But they're not the champs. Who are the champs? Are Davari and Orlando still the champs? Yes, they are. We're going to have to keep that in mind here. Okay, so here's what... Oh, man. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch Muhammad Hassan for Orlando Jordan this time to get the tag team championships in there. Hopefully they lose the belts. I'm going to use my rivalry spot to keep Muhammad Hassan and Davari going. That way I don't lose out on the feud by them not being in the match. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to run Booker Shelton again, since that feud still has probably a week or two's worth of juice in it. We'll keep prolonging it. Hopefully they lose the belts here, so that way I could get Daivari with Hassan and get Orlando Jordan in the singles mix-up. That's what we'll do. And who are we left with? These three guys. Mark Jindrak, Muhammad Hassan, Doug Basham. So in the opening, we're going to have Doug Basham and Mark Jindrak. This match is going to get like a half a star, but I'm going to get these guys in a feud. Oh no, Doug Basham is actually quite up there in popularity. I didn't really realize how up there he was. So we're actually, instead, we're going to do him. Here's what we're going to do. Singles, no manager. We're going to do Doug Basham. Nope, I changed my mind again. Here's exactly what we're going to do. Boom, I got it. We're going to do Muhammad Hassan with his manager, Daivari, who I could double book because he is not going to lose out on fatigue in this match because he's a manager. We're going to do Muhammad Hassan versus Doug Basham with Mark Jindrak by his side. If you remember from last episode, I think I said something along the lines of Doug Basham recruited Mark Jindrak. He signed, I don't know. So there we go. Boom. Except, is this what I want to do? Except. No, it's not what I want to do. Because if I switch things around a little bit, if I put Daivari as Doug Basham's manager and Muhammad Hassan as Mark Jindrak's manager, I keep the Muhammad Hassan-Daivari feud going so I could use that promo slot for something else. And I start a rivalry with Doug Basham and Mark Jindrak. So that's what we're going to do there. And now I could use this to maybe bring some money in. I could use this to hype up my main event a little bit. And I could actually go back and I change my mind. I'm doing injury return for Ric Flair. This is, boom, there we go. Perfect. I should have, I think, like 8 or 9 rivalries after this. Doug Basham with Daivari. Mark Jindrak's foray into singles competition instead of being a manager does not start off too hot. Lost to Doug Basham. Jordan and Daivari overcome the odds and retain the tag team championships. Got to get those off of those guys. Tori Wilson with a victory over Stacy Keibler. Shelton Benjamin, I guess, wins the Intercontinental Championship. Big Show puts Cena through the table, and Randy Orton and Trish defeat Batista and Taker. Let's see how many injuries we got. I expect a couple. I already see Booker. And SmackDown got a lot of fans this week. That's because they had the No Mercy pay-per-view. Let's see how that pay-per-view went. Let's check it out. Quite a show. Not as much build as I like to do on my shows, but still quite a high rating there. Wow, imagine your mid-card feud is Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle. That's cool stuff. Big Battle Royal. Shawn Michaels, Rob Van Dam, Cruiserweight belt, Triple H and JBL. No world title on the line, which is interesting. And I did quite a show last week, too. Check this out. I did quite a show last week, actually. That's pretty cool. I did almost a 4-star show. But it makes sense, having the pay-per-view, you lose some fans. Booker's hurt. Minor injury. Take it easy for 4 weeks. That's fine. Ric Flair's ready to return. Boom. Great. How are my rivalries looking? I should have 8 or 9. I only have 7. I'm not sure what I did. I lost Hassan and Daivari. Why did that happen? They were in the same match here. Maybe because Daivari was in this match that did not include Muhammad Hassan. Maybe I lost the rivalry there. That's quite possible. Orlando, Jordan, and Daivari don't want to drop those belts, so I might have to rethink things a little bit. If I want to keep my tag guys in a feud with each other, which is right now Edge and Christian, Regal and Tajiri, I might as well stop trying to fight it, and I might as well just throw Orlando and Daivari in a feud with each other and just say they're going to continue their run as a tag team. And then Muhammad Hassan, who I have here, is going to be on the same brand as his partner without being in a tag with him, which I don't love. So you know what? If we're not using Hassan as Daivari's partner, we're getting rid of Muhammad Hassan. I keep forgetting to check the free agency here, too. We're trading Muhammad Hassan back to SmackDown. He's at a 47, so we're going to trade for... We're trading him for Heidenreich. We're bringing in some new blood here on Raw. Again, 2 trades, 1 episode. Do I deliver or do I deliver? Trade accepted, baby. Boom. Heidenreich, welcome to Monday Night Raw. Let's see what you got, kid. Alright. Fatigues. How are we looking? Who can be in bullshit tonight? Regal can be in bullshit. Tajiri can be in bullshit. Undertaker can be in bullshit. Can Batista be in bullshit? Batista can be in bullshit. So main event... We're going crazy style tonight. We're going Iron Man, single, 60 minutes. Batista, Undertaker, WWE Championship. Semi-main, we're going to do a 6-man tag, I think. No, we're not, because Trish can't be in it, and she's in one of my major feuds right now. So we're going to do a 6-man tag. Yep, 6-man tag. A 6-man... No, I want to do Captain Fall. Where's Captain Fall Tornado 6-man tag? We're going to do Edge, Christian, and their pal Big Show versus John Cena, William Regal, and Tajiri. Is it a misstep putting 2 guys in the 30s and 40s in this match this high up the card? Maybe. But we're doing it anyway. So rivalry representation-wise, that's on the show. That's not on the show. That's on the show. That's on the show. That's on the show. So we got to get Trish and Orton in there. So let's get Trish and Orton in match 4 here. We'll give him a little bit of a rest this week after their Iron Man. I believe that they did last week. Trish, Orton, singles. Okay. What other rivalries need to be here this week? Booker and Shelton. I think I want to wrap it up. But who will they feud with now? Let's say Flair. Who is the last champion? Who is the current IC champion? Booker? No, Shelton. So we're going to do Shelton and Flair. IC Championship rivalry. Welcome back, Nature Boy. Ric Flair. Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin probably is going to get pushed to the main event soon at this rate. Ric Flair, Shelton Benjamin, IC Championship. Trish and Randy. Who's still left? Who's left? We got Booker. We got to get the ladies in there. Orlando and Daivari, we got to get in the feud. We're going to put them at match 2. We're going to put them in match 2 with managers. Daivari. Orlando. Probably does decent ratings, actually. With managers, Tori and Stacy to keep that feud going. We have 1 match left. And we got 4 guys to get in. Doug Basham and Mark Jindrak are already feuding, if I remember correctly. Yes, they are. Except Doug Basham, that's a little bit below his pay grade. So we're going to reset that. We're going to do Booker and Basham in a feud. Booker, talk about, should be in the main event. But for now, this is what we got. We're going to do Booker, Doug Basham, singles. Get that feud going. I can't give them the other guys as managers, because if Jindrak and Basham are in the same match, that feud will go instead of starting this new one. But I can throw Heidenreich in there. I'll throw Heidenreich with Booker. We'll do Booker. No, Booker's injured, so we're going to actually flip it. We're going to do Heidenreich. Actually, no, scratch that. We're going to do Mark Jindrak. No, scratch that. We're going to do Heidenreich with Booker versus Doug Basham. No, that's not right either. Because then that's going to... Okay, we're going to put Mark Jindrak and Heidenreich with Booker T. This will get a Heidenreich and Jindrak feud going, my 2 low-card guys. It will keep Booker on the show, but now we don't have Basham. Basham's our only inactive guy, who I want to get in a feud with Booker. So I'll just start a rivalry here. I'll do Booker, Doug Basham. But for this week, I'll put Basham... I'll put him with Shelton. Ric Flair, Shelton Benjamin, Doug Basham. Get some on the show. And we're going to do a slander promotion this week as well, tell you the truth. This is exactly what we're going to do. Let's roll here. Heidenreich, welcome to Raw, kid. Beats Mark Jindrak with Booker T's help. Daivari proves himself over Orlando Jordan. Ric Flair wins the IC Championship despite the help of Doug Basham from in Shelton Benjamin's corner. Trish Stratus again beats Randy Orton. Christian Edge and Big Show pick up the win. Big six-man tag. Batista takes the WWE Championship right out of the hands of The Undertaker. Cool stuff there. Oh, my slander did not work. It did not work. How many fans did I lose? 40,000. All right, not too bad. Another blockbuster trade. Love to see that. Who can't buy a match? Beginning of the end. Kane. That's SmackDown business. Don't care. Let's check my emails. Cena needs that title shot. And I got to renew Regal's contract. Let's take care of those things. Let's take care of a couple contracts if we can. We'll do Regal for 3 months. He's nice and cheap. Christian, I wanted to do some more time when I renewed him last. We'll tack on another 5 weeks, and we'll call it there. We got to get Cena in a championship situation. 9 rivalries. That's what I like to see. So if I get one more rivalry on the show, everyone's in rivalries. And they're all fairly young, so I could keep them all going for some time, which I like to see. Cena's got to get his title shot this week. He's pissed off. Let me read what his comments say. Cena's upset. He's a month overdue for a title shot. I have earned a title shot, and I demand one. Well, you know what? Demand and you shall receive, which is probably not a great motto for life, but when you're John Cena, you get one. Who are my champions? Batista just won the title last week. Batista, Taker, where's Cena's feud? Cena, Big Show. Can all those guys do some crazy shit? Maybe not. Batista and Undertaker are pretty up there in fatigue. Cena and where's Big Show? Big Show, they can kind of maybe go in a crazy match. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do regular Fatal 4-Way. No gimmicks, no nothing. Main event. Batista, that's Big Show, but he can be in there too. Batista, we're going to do John Cena, and Undertaker. Fatal 4-Way WWE Championship. We're going to throw some main event hype on that biatch. Maybe this might be a 5-star main event. We got 2 feuds going into this. Let's see if we can make that happen. Alright, what other feuds are left here? What other feuds are left? Booker, Doug Basham, Edge and Christian, Regal, Tajiri, Orlando Jordan, Daivari. So that's basically our tag teams. Booker needs a feud. No, Booker's in a feud. So who's not in a feud? Who am I missing? Is it Stacey and Tori? Stacey and Tori are not in a feud here for some reason. I must have missed a week of getting them in the same match. Tori, Stacey. Tori, I don't think I did. How come they're not feuding? Did I miss them? No, there's no Tori Stacey here. I guess we got to restart that rivalry. We'll make that our match 5 here. We'll do Stacy Keibler, Tori Wilson, Women's Championship. Get that feud going. Okay. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. We're looking pretty good. Booker, Doug Basham. Who are my other singles guys in feuds? Booker and Doug Basham. We're going to do a tornado tag here. Booker and Doug Basham. Oh, Booker's minor injured still. I keep forgetting. So we're going to do singles with managers. We're going to do Doug Basham with Shelton versus Booker. Scratch that. Versus Ric Flair with Booker. You know what? We'll put the IC title on the line. Let's say these 4 guys here is our IC title scene. Flair, Booker, Basham, Benjamin. Boom. Although it really is probably time that Booker and Benjamin get moved up to the main event. So maybe after this, whatever the WWE Championship feud starts to run sour, whoever the champion is at the time, and we need a new challenger, we'll keep Booker and Shelton in mind there. But for now, Flair, Basham, with those two guys as managers, Intercontinental Championship. Who's left? Daivari, Orlando, Edge and Christian, Regal and Tajiri. So our 3 tag teams, plus Trish and Randy, Heidenreich and Jindrak. Okay, and we have how many matches left? 3. Alright, we're in great shape here. We're in really good shape here. Let's get an advertising, get some money in. We're going to open up with a big hardcore match between Mark Jindrak, down to a 30. Don't like to see that, and Heidenreich. And then we have our 2 tag teams, or our 3 tag teams rather, and then we have Trish and Randy. Let's check some fatigues here. Fatigues are all looking good. Daivari's is the highest, and he's not even that bad. So here in match 3, we're going to do Iron Man, singles, 60 minutes. Trish, Randy. You know the vibes. And then match 4, just making sure everything else is how I want it here. We're going to run back we'll do a table triple threat tornado tag. Tajiri, Regal. Christian, Edge. Daivari, Orlando. You know, I really tried to screw over Daivari and Orlando, didn't I? By getting the titles off of them. I said, I want Daivari and Hassan. Orlando Jordan's not the guy I want in this team. But you know what? These two really just... Maybe they just go nicely together. Maybe I ought to stop trying to put my hands in things and play God and just let things play out as they will. This is looking good. Yeah, let's do it. Let's run it. Heidenreich is wiping the floor with Mark Jindrak here. Maybe I made a mistake taking this guy out of the manager position. Heidenreich defeats Mark Jindrak. Edge and Christian win back the tag team championships from Orlando Jordan and Daivari. Orton beats Trish. These two are really going back and forth in a major way. Hot feud. Doug Basham is our new Intercontinental Champion. That's some cool stuff. That's some cool stuff. So we'll say Doug and Booker is an IC title feud for now. Stacey Keibler defeats Tori Wilson, Women's Championship. That's good. I think that Tori was winning a lot of these matches between these two. Good to see Stacey get the win up, and Batista retains the championship. Cena can STFU now, because he has been given his title shot and he failed. SmackDown's kind of coming for me these last few weeks. 110,000, that's a lot. That's a lot of fans. Nothing in my emails. Check free agency. Nobody in there that I want. Man. Is there anyone in there I want, actually? If I sort by popularity, my lowest, Mark Jindrak, is at a 27. And I could take Rob Conway, who's a couple points higher. But maybe I don't want to give up on Mark Jindrak quite yet. Maybe I'll try to keep using him as a manager and let him get his paper up a little bit. Check out last week's show. Trish and Randy really blew my expectations away. Oh my god, I would have put that as semi-main if I knew how well they would perform. Now I know. And that's without, keep in mind, any main event hype or anything. Good stuff, good stuff. And these 4 couldn't live up to that even with main event hype. Cool. We got 2 weeks, no, 1 show before Taboo Tuesday. All my rivalries are looking good. They ought to be, at least. Yes, they are. All 10 rivalries. Fatigues, how we looking? All right, we're seeing a little bit of high fatigue starting to creep in. We're going to give everyone a chill week this week so we could have a good gimmick-full pay-per-view at Taboo Tuesday after this. Let's see. Booker, Batista, Big Show, Cena, Flair, Shelton. Main event rather, big 6-man. Big elimination captain fall 6-man. We're going to do Batista. Actually, all 3 of the guys I wanted are here. There we go. Orton, Cena, Batista. Versus Undertaker. No, that's right. That's not right, rather. Who's feuding? Undertaker and Batista feuding. Cena, Big Show I want on this side of Cena. Cena, Big Show feuding. Orton's feuding with Trish, so it's not Orton that I wanted. It is Shelton. Shelton and Rick on the other side. There we go. Gigantic main event. 6-man tag. unexplainably huge. There are not words for how colossal this match is going to be. Semi-main, I think they earned it after their performance last week. Trish and Randy really stole the show last week. So we're getting them in there. Who's left? That's on the show. That's not on the show. We'll do Booker and Doug Basham. They haven't had a singles yet this whole time. Whole time they've been feuding, they haven't had a singles yet. So Booker, Doug Basham, we'll throw them in there. Who else? Taker Batista is on there. Booker Doug is on there. Edge and Christian is not. Tajiri and Regal are not. Big Show Cena is. Trish and Randy is. Flair and Benjamin are. Stacy Keebs. Okay, so we have our 3 tag teams. The women and Jindrak Heidenreich. We're going to open the show. Singles. We're going to do a last man standing match. Singles. I know they just did a hardcore match last week, but Mark Jindrak and Heidenreich really got to fight to earn their spot on this roster here. Mark Jindrak especially. So that leaves the women and the tag teams, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct. These tag guys really shouldn't be doing another gimmick thing, because they just did a crazy gimmick one last week. And their fatigues aren't looking too bad, except for Daivari. So what could we do here? What could we do here? Here's what we'll do. Singles here, Tori Stacy. This match, we're going to do a tag. Tags with managers is what we're going to do. And it's kind of shaping out how I want it already. We're going to do Tajiri and Regal with Daivari versus Christian and Edge with, believe it or not, Orlando Jordan. And the vision here is, let's say that it's just a tag team match. Edge and Christian, Regal and Tajiri. Daivari and Orlando Jordan partners with each other, but they're managing opposite teams. Let's say they both have bets on who they think are going to win, and just for fun, they're messing with, their other teams. Tag titles on the line, why not? Kind of hoping to see Regal and Tajiri pick up a win here, because they were doing hot last episode. This episode, they're kind of slipping a little bit. I don't like to see that. I like both of these guys. I want to have them be mainstays on my roster and use them in my tag division here. Let's see if they could pick up a win. Let's throw some main event hype on there. See if we can get a 5-star main event. I think we can. We got 3 hot feuds. Some of my top guys in there. Good card. Good card. Let's do some pay-per-view hype. We got the pay-per-view next week. I don't know if that does anything, but we'll see. Heidenreich Mark Jindrak can't do it. He just maybe doesn't have the sauce. Maybe he lacks the juice like that. Heidenreich again, completely and totally dominating Mark Jindrak in this feud, and not in the good way. Okay, Regal and Tajiri pick up the tag team championships. Let's see if we could put these guys on a little run with those belts. Get their popularity up. I'd like to see them in the 40s and 50s rather than the 30s and 40s. Stacy Keibler, I think, retains the women's championship against Tori. Doug Basham retains the IC championship against Booker T. Wonderful. Randy Orton and Trish. Orton wins. I stopped counting on who's winning and who's, how many wins both of these competitors have in this feud. It's ongoing. It's hot. They're trading wins. 50-50 booking all the way. Shelton Benjamin gets the win for his team against Ric Flair, Big Show, and The Undertaker. Cool beans. Maybe I won this week. Maybe I did okay this week. I think that was a good show. 10,000 fans, not bad at all. Good stuff. Good stuff. What was our sleeper match that excited the fans this week? Rey Mysterio, who cares? Great match enjoyed by all. Kurt Angle, who cares? Who cares? Any emails I should know about? Not really. Anyone slip into free agency I should know about? Not really. Again, I like looking at my current champion screen from time to time. This is a good one. This is a good set of champions. Batista, Tajiri and Regal, Doug Basham, Stacy Keebs. That's cool. It's time for Taboo Tuesday. Before we get in there, I'm going to check on my... I got some high fatigues in here. But Booker and Basham are good to do a gimmick match, as are Cena and Big Show. Who's not good to do a gimmick match? Batista and Taker probably should not. Heidenreich and Jindrak maybe should not, but they might, because I don't really mind if those guys get hurt. They're fighting to prove their worth here. Jindrak is slipping. If Jindrak goes below 20, I'm cutting him loose. Okay. Main event for the show. Batista Taker, I believe, is the current feud. Taker's he's a good bit fatigued, and I need Taker to be in good shape because he is going in buried alive in Survivor Series in a couple weeks. So I need Taker in good shape. So you know what? Crazy as it may seem, main event is going to be just regular singles. Batista, Undertaker, WWE Championship. These guys' popularity are both very, very high. Main event, championship match with pay-per-view hype boost from last week. Hopefully this does some good numbers. What else do I want to get on this show? I want to try to get all my feuds on this show is what I would love. Who else can be in a little fucky gimmick match here? I want to do Booker, Basham, Flair, Shelton. 4-way. And they're all fatigued pretty low, so I could put him in something a little crazy. We'll do a TLC Fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Shelton. Booker. Booker's got that minor injury I forgot about. Man, that's a shame. Man, that really throws a wrench in my plans. How much longer until Booker is healthy if I go into my roster here? Strained quadriceps. How long until he's okay? Only a week. If he makes it through this pay-per-view, he's good again. So do I really want to take the chance and put him in something? He's got a 2-week-long rivalry with this guy. It's really not... Oh, Regal and Tajiri has soured. That's good to know. So I'll leave them off this show. I'll leave my tag champs, hurt me as it does, off of this show. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know here. Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll do... Oops. We'll do Triple Threat TLC instead. We're going to leave Booker off of it. We'll let that feud die. Maybe I'll throw him as a manager somewhere else on the show. And we'll rebuild that rivalry or a different one soon. Or maybe we'll use Booker's coming back from injury as a way to slot him in the main event, or I said I wanted to give him a shot. So we're going to get Shelton and Flair going. Put Doug Basham in there. Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just trying to count how many people are in my show here. Can Trish and Randy do a crazy match? Fatigue-wise. Trish, Randy. They're both unsatisfied. He wants renegotiation. Trish wants a title match. That's right. That happens. You know, when you put women in the men's feuds and they can't fight for the men's belts, you know, that's going to happen. They can do a little crazy match. But we'll make it a submission, not an Iron Man. We'll do an ultimate submission, an hour, obviously. Randy Orton. Trish Stratus. Randy Orton is an 89 popularity. He's really shooting up there. And we also want to get Tori and Stacy. Them will give him an Iron Man match. Also, obviously, an hour. Having these two matches back-to-back, hour-long matches, is quite the ballsy move, but you know what? We're doing it. Who's not on the show? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're leaving Booker, Regal, and Tajiri off. So I should have 17 people here. Okay, what else do I want to do? If it's 17, assuming I want to get everyone on the card. Who's not on the card that I want to be on the card as of now? We should get Daivari and Orlando on there because that feud is still going good, as is Edge and Christian. So you can get Edge and Christian against Daivari and Orlando, and maybe get another rivalry in there as a 6-man, make it a 6-man. The only rivalry that's with men that I could use in a 6-man is Jindrak and Heidenreich, which would bring the rating of the match down quite a bit. So I'm not sure I want to do that. Ric Flair and Benjamin is on already. Booker we're going to leave off. Trish and Randy's on. Big Show Cena is on. Are Big Show and Cena on? Did I put that match on here? No, I think I didn't actually. No, Big Show Cena's got to be on here. That match is probably going to get rated higher than this match, so we have to do a little bit of reshuffling here. Can Big Show and Cena do a gimmick match? Cena's good. Big Show's good. Yes, they can. So we're going to change this match to a steel cage match. 1-on-1. John Cena, Big Show. We'll move the TLC match here. Actually, no, we're going to keep that here, because this match does outstanding, probably. Actually, that should probably be the semi-main, actually. We're going to move that. Ultimate submission. I learned my lesson. Trish and Randy do stars. Consistently, Trish and Randy do stars. So that's going to be semi-main. And we're going to put Big Show Cena here in a steel cage. Big Show's already there. Beautiful. And not Heidenreich. Cena. Steel cage. Yep. We're going to put the Intercontinental Championship match here. What was that, a ladder triple threat, I think? Right? Or was it a TLC? TLC triple threat? We'll put that there. Ric Flair is already in there. We'll get Doug Basham in there. We'll get Shelton Benjamin in there. Yep. And I have one more match. I have two more matches left. One of which is going to be Stacy Tori. I think I put them in a submission match. Ultimate submission, 1 hour. Tori. Stacy. This was supposed to be Iron Man, not submission. So I'll correct that. Orton. Trish. 1 hour Iron Man. Who's left? I think it's just my two tag teams that are not Regal and Tajiri. Right? They're on there. They're on there. Well, Booker's not. I gotta get Booker as a manager somewhere. They will be on. I'm gonna leave these guys off. Let the rivalry reset. These guys are on. These guys are on. These guys are on. These guys are on. These guys are not on, probably won't be on. Okay. Okay. If Daivari was not so fatigued, what I might do here is a triple threat tornado ladder match with Heidenreich and Jindrak as a team, and then Daivari, Orlando, and Edge and Christian. Let's see if I could do a little enemies to friends arc with Heidenreich and Jindrak there. But they could get hurt in that match. Daivari could get hurt in that match. I'm not sure if it's worth it. But I'm going to do it anyway. I've decided. Ladder is 3 things worth of fatigues. That's what we're going to do. Everything's all mixed up here. Daivari and Orlando. Christian and Edge. And up here, we'll put Mark Jindrak, see if he could redeem himself against Heidenreich. And you know what? We're going to go crazy. We're going to call this a #1 contenders match. So whatever team wins this match, we're going to get Regal and Tajiri as a feud going again, and they're going to be going up against whatever team wins here in a tag team championship feud. Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler. This is the card I want. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Let's see. Heidenreich and Mark Jindrak. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Wow, oh wow. They will be #1 contenders for the tag team championships. Insane stuff. Stacy Keibler picks up the women's championship or retains the women's championship. I don't remember. Doug Basham retains, I think, the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, he's been on a tear with this belt, actually. Big Show beats Cena, steel cage. Let's say for fun he chokeslammed him off the cage through the ring. Trish Stratus is the Iron Man. Undertaker is WWE Champion once again. Let's see who got hurt. I know someone got hurt. I'm not seeing anything. 300,000? 475. 475,000 is good. Intercontinental Championship remains for Doug Basham. Eddie Guerrero can't buy a match. That's SmackDown stuff. We don't care. Big Show pulled out the win. Yes, he did. Let's check our email. Nothing in the email. That's good stuff. Let's check the free agency. Nothing in the free agency that I want. How'd our pay-per-view do? Wow, almost a 5-star pay-per-view. Look at that. That's some good stuff. Wow, 3-star... 3 3-star matches in a row for the opener there. This is wonderful. This is really, really, really good to see. Undertaker, WWE Champion. How are our popularities looking? Actually, let's check our rivalries first. Still good. 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 Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Mark Jindrak is coming up. You like to see that. Let's get these guys some new contracts before they go jump to the other show. We'll get Trish 5 weeks. Show was great. Oh, she still wants a title match. Who else wanted a raise? Trish, title match. Batista wants the raise. We'll give it to him. Cena wants the raise. We'll give it to him. Orlando wants help winning. Can't do that. Flair wants help winning. Can't do that. Tori wants help winning. Can't do that. Taker wants a new contract. We'll give it to him for 5 weeks. Everybody happy? Except Trish. We'll get her a title match soon. Everybody happy. Okay. You know what? We are going to play through the Survivor Series. No, that's not true. I don't feel like doing that. We're going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for tuning in to GM Mode. I have been your host. Or I don't know. This isn't... I'm Ricky Harway. Do it the hard way. I'll see you next time.